what's going on, guys? Welcome to another video for TGC Gaming, and I recently have just recorded the Nintendo Switch year in review for 2023, as well as the PlayStation wrap-up for 2023, and I've done that now the last 3 years. And of course, I learned last year that Nintendo did one, and I learned this year that Xbox does one. And I just love the concept of this. I love that a lot. I did my Spotify Wrapped on the main channel as a part of a new series that I started called TGC Radio, which please check out. I love making those. It's a lot of fun. But besides that, here is the Xbox 2023 year in review. I talked about this in the Nintendo one as well. I played a good bit of Xbox stuff at the start of the year, but then I kind of like dropped off almost immediately, and I just wasn't motivated to play much of anything really throughout the year. But my 2023 highlights on Xbox, there's 31 total hours of playtime, 13 games, a total of 2,220 total gamer score earned, 45 total achievements, earned 174 plus rewards points in the year. My top gameplay month was February. My top genres was 81% action-adventure, 7% platformer, 6% role-playing, 5% fighting, 1% other. And mixed in here, the games that I've played, I'm not going to look at the scroll menu they have. That's cool, but I have them all written down. So on Xbox, I played, what's listed in the year in review is Life is Strange Remastered, Coffee Talk, Somerville, Unravel 2, A Way Out, It Takes Two, SmackDown vs. Raw 2007, 2009, 2010, WWE 2K22, and Grounded. Now, oh, and I also skipped over Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. Oblivion, I don't remember jumping back into. I started it because obviously it was on Game Pass when I bought my Series S. And it's like, okay, cool, I'll play this game. And I thought it was fine. I didn't get very far, but from what I played, I thought it was fine. And I don't remember jumping back into it, but apparently I jumped back into it at least for a little bit in the year. Then I played Life is Strange Remastered. Life is Strange is like one of my favorite franchises. The first game is actually like my favorite game ever. It just hit me in a way that like no game ever has. I played it at like the absolute perfect time. The time that I truly needed something like that. And I've talked about it before in a video that at this point I don't know if it's ever going to come out. But yeah, I love this game, I love the franchise, and I knew that I wanted to get the remastered, so I got the Ultimate Edition, or whatever it was called, of True Colors that came with that included. And yeah, I finished and got the 100% for Before the Storm, but I wanted to record a Let's Play for LIS1 Remastered, and I started that and have not finished it, because, I mean, what would I be if I didn't take a long time between episodes of a Let's Play? I don't know. But yeah, I love the game. I'll get back to it eventually, and yeah. Coffee Talk, again, I enjoyed what I played. I played probably a good couple of hours of it, and I liked a lot what I played, actually. I just didn't get very far in it, I don't know. I played it for probably a good couple hours. I liked what I played of it, and genuinely, I did like it a lot, yeah. I didn't finish it, and eventually I'll go back to it, but I don't know if it's still on Game Pass. So eventually when I get Game Pass again, yeah, I don't know. I also haven't touched my Xbox in quite a while, though, so who knows. Somerville, an indie game that I started playing and liked a lot, and eventually, again, I'll go back and finish it. Simple as that, really. Unravel 2, I love this game. I like the first game a lot too, but I love Unravel 2. Whether that's playing by myself, having to control both Yarnies, or playing co-op, which is how I went through the story of the game originally. I love this game. I love the puzzles and the platforming. Like, I love puzzle platformers in general. And yeah, I love Unravel 2. I like that this game feels, to me at least, a bit more platformer compared to puzzle solving, compared to what I've played to the first game. But yeah, that's just me though. Like, I love platformers. That's my thing. That was like the first genre of game that like I just fell in love with. Like, I love 3D platformers specifically, even though this isn't that. But yeah, I don't know. I love Unravel 2 a lot. I do want to get the 100% though. The dev times for the speedruns you have to meet are so strict. Like, there's no give on those. So it's gonna be very difficult. But then I played A Way Out and It Takes Two, made by the same devs. And yeah, I liked both of those a lot. I love... Like, A Way Out is just like a fun, kind of wacky, you know, story of two guys escaping jail and then trying to, you know, get revenge on, you know, the big bad enemy, you know? In a scene that feels like it's ripped straight out of Scarface. But yeah, then It Takes Two. I love It Takes Two, actually. Like, I love It Takes Two. I love the way they did the gameplay. Kind of like had different kind of gameplay styles mixed in there. It Takes Two was great. Grounded. Let's skip down to that. I was actually playing that with like an actual party of people, which is something I hardly ever do, and yeah, I like Grounded a lot. It's like the first time I ever played a game by Obsidian, actually, but yeah, I like the game a lot. And I do eventually want to jump back in and see what the entire story is, even though, like it's there, but it's not necessarily like the big focal point, like, I feel like, I don't know, but yeah, I do want to see what the whole story is, and I want to play more of that. It's just, I think it's a lot of fun. And then we have the 4 wrestling games on here. 22, WWE 2K22. I have talked about this before, even in the PlayStation wrap-up with that and 23 and my thoughts, and I have a lot of thoughts on both 2K22 and 2K23 that are mostly very negative, and I have a script written that I want to keep working on and finish, but I don't know. Part of me wants to finish it, part of me doesn't want to put that out there, because like I said in the PlayStation wrap-up, it's going to end up being a fairly negative video, and if everyone, or if a majority of the people in the community love the 2 most recent games, who am I to come in and like rain on the parade and just shit on the 2 current games, you know? The 2 most recent games, you know? So I don't know if that script will get finished at this point, but I did jump back into it because Tyson and I actually got together and recorded a few matches in 22 for a new Tournament Tuesdays, which isn't going to come out anytime soon because Tyson and I need to get together to finish that, and we haven't got together to record anything in a long time now, actually. So maybe eventually that'll come out again, kind of like what I was saying for some of the other things. Maybe eventually, but who knows. And then SVR 09, 07, and 10. I don't know why I read it in that order, but yeah, those 3 are actually, I jumped in. No, at some point within the year, I finally bought a 360, because 1, I just kind of wanted a 360, because I never had one, and 2, because I knew with me having issues with my PS3, plus the PS3's probably one of the biggest pains in the ass to try and record content from, I figured if I could just get a 360, that'll make recording gameplay so much easier, especially if I want to do more with my Universe prequel series I started in SVR 2010 and stuff like that. Again, that having the 360 will just make things so much easier. The games also look better and play better on the 360 as well. So yeah, I figured all around that would be a good decision, and I loved seeing those there when I first looked at the Xbox Year in Review, because that's something that Sony doesn't do for the PlayStation wrap-up. They don't include anything you did on PS3, which I hate so much. But no, seeing all 3 of those mentioned, I liked a lot, because it's like, it's Microsoft acknowledging that, yeah, people still play on the 360, and we can still grab those statistics and put them into like this Year in Review. I love seeing that a lot, and it makes no excuse now why Sony can't do it. But yeah, so I love seeing those there, and I just started jumping into those because Those were 3 that I bought because, well, yeah, I wanted to, again, have the wrestling games on the 360. Like, I didn't particularly need to get 07 or 09, but, like, 07 only came out on the PS2, the PSP, and the 360. The PS2 and the PSP basically are the same version of the game for the most part, and at least from what I know, everything I've seen of the PSP game is basically the PS2 version. Comment if I'm wrong on that. Whatever. But yeah, so I wanted to have that game for the 360, and the game on the 360 actually goes for quite a bit of money. Surprisingly. I don't know why. I mean, I do know why, but it doesn't make sense. Whatever. It doesn't matter. The one that I really wanted was SVR 2010, though. That's what I really wanted. That's, like, Universe Prequel would allow me to finish, etc., etc. Eventually, I need to jump back into that on the 360 to get all the unlockables and everything so I can really do Universe Prequel. But that would also require me to actually sit down and record more gameplay, which I haven't been motivated to do, which I've talked about plenty of times before. Whatever. But yeah, that was all the games that they mentioned here. And it says here's how you stack up with other players. 45%. I am in the top 45% of players for hours played. I don't know how when I barely played the Xbox this year. I'm in the top 10% of players for gamer score this year. Again, I don't understand how. And then top 25% of players in achievements unlocked. Again, I don't understand how, unless achievement hunting just isn't as popular as trophy hunting. But I feel like they had achievements first. I feel like I've heard more about people doing achievement hunting and like calling it achievement hunting as opposed to trophy hunting. I feel like trophy hunting being popular is a lot more of a fairly recent thing. But whatever, it doesn't really matter. That's those stats that Xbox tells me. My number 1 most played game, 14 hours and It Takes Two. Got all the achievements, 1,000 gamer score, 20 achievements, with a rare achievement unlocked, minigame Megalomania. You unlocked it on February 26th, 2023. Only 1.72% of players unlocked it, which puts me in the top 20% of the game, which puts me in the top 20% of this game's most active players. My game at number 2, SmackDown vs. Raw 2010 on the 360, obviously, 6 hours played, and it puts me in the top 30% of this game's most active players. And Unravel 2, my 3rd top game, only 2 hours. Again, I'll eventually get the 100% in this game. I really want to, but for now, no. Not too much there for other things. Yeah. But I did get a rare achievement unlocked this year, Better Together, which is for playing in co-op. You're in the top 30% of this game's most active players. And then that's all for the Xbox year in review. So there we go. So I hope you enjoyed this year in review for Xbox. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like, comment down below, share it on social media, do all that good stuff, and until next time, I'll see you later. Bye, guys.